What's happening, guys? Ryan here, Espey's Gym. And for those of you that don't know, I have signed on for a match. That match is at the FitIIFight Arm Sports League, which is happening on October the 5th in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, at the Lawson Heights Mall. And we are going to be, I'm going to be going to battle with Mr. Richard Lupkes. And for those of you that don't know, I do have some history with Richard, and I will back you up all the way. About 9 years ago, and we battled in Arm Wars. Now, here is what happened. Now, having watched that match, here's what I want to say about it. I signed on for a match at the World Arm Wrestling, at Arm Wars, that was to follow the World Arm Wrestling Championships. So I competed in the World Arm Wrestling Championships back in, I believe it was 2013. Maybe it was, no, it wasn't. It was way longer than that. I competed at the World Arm Wrestling Federation Championships that were in Mesquite, Nevada that year, and I went on to compete in Arm Wars at the MGM Grand. And what I originally had agreed to was to have a match with Mr. Michael Todd, a 6-round format, as all the Arm Wars matches were. I did not anticipate any follow-up matches to that, but when I had done having 6 rounds of being completely bled out by Michael Todd, I was asked to do a second match with Richard. Most people don't know that I had done 6 rounds ahead of time. You saw the result. I didn't have anything for Richard. If you're judging based on the video you just saw, there's nothing to see here. But I will tell you there's more to the story. You fast forward a little ways, UAL 9, I went into that tournament and Richard showed up and he was to have a super match with Mike Gould. He did. But before the super match, Richard had registered for the tournament. And Mark Zalepa asked me, who do you want first? And I said, I want Richard, because I obviously want that match back. And Richard injured himself in the Mike Gould, or again, in the super match with Mike Gould. I went on to win the tournament, both arms, beating Sylvain Perron in the final. Never having competed against Richard in that event. So here we are all these years later. I have not been on a table with Richard since then. And using that match that keeps popping up in my news feed, it keeps popping up in my YouTube searches as a suggested video from Arm Wars, having millions of people seen that. That is my motivation going into this match, and it's many, many years later. And it'll happen on October 5th, and I guarantee you it's not going to look anything like what you just saw. So make sure that you show up and watch it in Saskatoon, or you tune in on Facebook for the live feed. And I will see you then.